Welcome to the Redmond Audio Report, your bi-weekly dive into the latest and greatest in the world of Microsoft. I'm your host, Chris Paoli, and this is our episode for the week of July 9th. We've got a packed agenda today, covering everything from Windows 10 lifelines to the fascinating and sometimes scary world of AI agent security. So let's jump right in. First up, for all you businesses out there still holding on to Windows 10, Microsoft has thrown you a temporary lifeline. The Windows 10 Extended Support Program, or ESU, is now available for volume licensing customers. If you prefer to go through Microsoft partners, that option opens up on September 1st via the Cloud Service Provider program. Remember, Windows 10 version 22H2 hits its end-of-life date on October 14th. After that, no more updates, security patches, or features, which is a pretty big deal, especially since over half of all devices are still running Windows 10. While Microsoft really wants everyone to upgrade to Windows 11, ESU is a costly, temporary solution. It'll give organizations critical and important security patches for up to 3 years, but it'll cost you $61 per device for the first year, and that price goes up with each renewal. Plus, it doesn't cover non-security updates or technical support. Interestingly, for the first time, individual consumers can also enroll in ESU. It's a 1-year deal for $30, or 1,000 Microsoft Rewards points, starting in July. There are some sweet spots though. Windows 10 devices accessing Windows 11 cloud PCs through Windows 365, or virtual machines get ESU for free. And Microsoft 365 apps on Windows 10 will keep getting security updates until October 2028. Next, let's talk about AI, specifically the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. This protocol was introduced by Anthropic to help AI agents talk to external tools, and it's been gaining a lot of traction for building complex AI systems. But with great power comes great vulnerability, it seems. A recent report from Security highlighted some significant security flaws. They found 2 major weaknesses: NeighborJack and OS injection vulnerabilities, which could allow unauthorized access and control of host systems. NeighborJack was the most common issue, found in hundreds of the over 7,000 publicly accessible MCP servers analyzed. The problem is, these servers were basically open to anyone on the same local network due to a misconfiguration. The other big one, excessive permissions and OS injection, allowed arbitrary command execution on the host machine. This could be due to sloppy coding or lack of input checks. The bottom line is pretty serious. An attacker could gain full control of the underlying machine hosting the MCP server. Has even set up the MCP Server Security Hub, a public, searchable database of MCP servers, so you can check a server's safety before using it. They also recommend validating data sources for LLM agents to prevent data source poisoning. Moving on, Microsoft is really pushing its Windows Resiliency Initiative, or WRI, with a bunch of new and upcoming security features. The goal here is to help organizations prevent, withstand, and recover from disruptions. For enterprises, some cool enhancements are on the way. Windows 11/24. H2 devices will get a streamlined UI for recovering from unexpected restarts this summer, aiming for about a 2-second recovery time. Also coming this summer is Quick Machine Recovery for Windows 11/24H, 2 devices stuck in restart loops, helping IT teams avoid manual PC restores. And here's a big one for IT pros. Starting July 9th, device fleets can download Windows updates in bulk from a local cache instead of over the air. This connected cache capability should really cut down on bandwidth bottlenecks for Windows 11 updates, auto-patch, Intune, and autopilot. Plus, Microsoft is introducing Windows 365 Reserve, which will offer temporary cloud-based loaner PCs if your device is stolen, lost, or damaged. And for printing, Universal Print is getting an update that lets users securely release print requests from anywhere to any authorized printer, which is a smart move to keep sensitive documents safe. This all stems from the disastrous CrowdStrike outage last year, prompting Microsoft to work with partners on a new platform for Windows security, which will become available in private preview for Microsoft Virus Initiative partners this July. In other news, when it comes to AI-driven security analytics, Microsoft is leading the pack. A recent Forrester report, Security Analytics Platforms, Q2 2025, crowned Microsoft as the sole leader among cloud hyperscalers. Google was a strong performer, but Amazon Web Services didn't even make the cut for maturity. What set Microsoft apart was the depth and functionality of its AI, not just its presence. Forrester noted that successful platforms are truly transforming how teams detect, investigate, and respond to threats, moving beyond simple enhancements to fundamental operational changes. They emphasized that betting on the right AI horse now will enable your team to evolve with the technology. Forrester also highlighted important considerations for buyers, like the trade-off between flexibility and specialization. Older SIEM vendors offer deep data capabilities, great for complex uses, but might require more manual effort. Newer XDR-focused vendors simplify things, but might lack in areas like compliance reporting. They also stress the value of platformization, noting that vendors with tight integration across their own product suites, especially those that waive ingestion costs for native data, offer significant operational and financial advantages. Finally, Microsoft continues to innovate in identity management for the AI era. Last month, they rolled out a new Entra ID feature called Agent ID, which assigns unique identities to AI agents. This means organizations can manage AI agent authentication, authorization, and lifecycle, just like they do for human users. Think applying conditional access policies and monitoring their activity. Pretty powerful stuff. The June Entra ID update also mentioned an upcoming public preview in November 2025 for expanded passkey, or FIDO2, authentication methods. This will let administrators set passkey policies at a group level and accept any WebAuthn compliant security key when the Enforce Attestation option is disabled. On a related note, Microsoft is urging organizations to migrate their user risk and sign-in risk policies from Entra ID protection to conditional access. Starting July 31, these policies will become read-only in Entra ID protection, with the interface being fully retired by October 1st, 2026. So, if you haven't moved those yet, now's the time. And that brings us to the end of this edition of the Redmond Audio Report. Thank you for tuning in and staying informed with us. It's always a pleasure to bring you the latest from Microsoft. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more news and insights. Until then, I'm Chris Paoli, and you've been listening to the Redmond Audio Report.